One of the things that I love to do, and it's very rewarding, is to help people with sleep breathing problems. My opinion is that all dentists should be screening for sleep disorders. We're the ones that see the mouth. We see the source of the problem. I think it's like 10% of sleep apnea patients get diagnosed. The majority are undiagnosed. It's very important to me, myself being a sleep apnea person, I've had it diagnosed and treated. But we want to be able to offer the ability to help people with sleep apnea. And I will say that, unfortunately, the folks that have been through diagnosis and have CPAP oftentimes don't want to use CPAP. They refuse to use it. The latest studies show that the compliance of CPAP continues to decline year after year after year, to the point where 4 or 5 years down the road, they're at the same risk as going untreated for heart attacks because they're using it so infrequently. They're essentially going untreated. The good news is most of our patients, most of my patients, are favorably responsive to the idea of wearing an appliance to treat the sleep apnea. It's far less socially objectionable. I'm one of the few, if not the only, offices in the entire region that uses a neuromuscular approach. I don't think it's correct to just arbitrarily push the jaw forward and put something in that holds it there. That's fighting against muscles, fighting against physiology. We use TENS to relax the muscles and find a comfortable physiologic position that the jaw is supported in to help open the airway. That process for us really is a consultation with the opportunity to have a sleep study done through our office or through the physician's office. Once we see they're qualified as a good candidate, they would come back for digital scanning of the mouth. We no longer take physical impressions, which many patients really don't like. We can, in 5 or 10 minutes with a camera, scan the mouth and create a precise model, actually far more precise than a stone model made from an impression. That means that our appliances fit beautifully and more precisely, and we have far fewer remakes. And the process is very much more kinder, if you will. But they come back to TENS the jaw, which relaxes those jaw muscles, allowing me to get a more comfortable jaw position to record. And then we would scan the mouth digitally and send that to the lab. They would come back on the subsequent visit, would be the third visit from the initial intake, to deliver the sleep appliance. And then we would follow them carefully, adjust the appliance as needed, help them get adapted to it. And then usually 4 to 6 weeks out, perhaps even 2 months, 8 weeks, we will do another take-home study to validate whether or not that appliance is working for them and how well it's working. Remarkably, only about 10% of sleep apnea patients are actually diagnosed in any given time frame. Most of the people go untreated for a long time, averaging several years before they're diagnosed. Here is the kind of the leading edge thinking, and I am so excited about the potential for this. It is now apparent, and there's research to support it, that mild to moderate sleep apnea, which turns out to be about 80% of the cases that are out there, could be cured with an orthopedic orthodontic plan that redevelops the jaws, opens the airway, rather than just treat it with an appliance, which of course is effective, but it's a symptom level treatment. My belief is, and my feeling is, and I'm talking to my patients in this way, you can treat the disease with an appliance, or you could cure sleep apnea with orthopedics. Which would you rather do?